Hello guys and welcome. My name is Camp and Carl and we have for you today some exciting live matches. Starting us off, we have Navy versus Army, a grudge match between U.S. military academies, so West Point versus Annapolis. And we have Drummond playing for Navy versus Chris. Starting off on Antigua Shipyard, I am Camp and Carl, and with me is Brandon from Team Iowa. Say hi, Brandon.
Hey.
So Brandon's going to be helping me co-cast this event, so thank you to all you guys out there watching. I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Looks like the players are in the game. Are you ready? Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get started here. This is MLG, Antigua Shipyard. Looks like people are getting into the game here, and we will get started as soon as the players announce that they are ready. This is going to be a pretty exciting match. Taking a quick look at both of our players here in the player profile. It looks like Drummond right now is a Diamond Terran, and he'll be going up against Chris here, who appears to be a high Masters Zerg player. And on Antigua Shipyard, and I'll just go ahead and pull this up really grossly with my overlay here. You know, your third location here obviously has a small choke on it, has destructible rocks on the back. Zerg versus Terran, a very good matchup, I'd say, for Zerg on this map. Got a lot of, interesting geometries for run-bys, although Terran can go ahead and wall off his natural here and push out and take his third, but, if he does that, Zerg can go ahead and take as many expansions as he wants. Obviously, a lot of room to expand on this map, and then you have the golds in the middle. So, players getting ready now. People are trying to figure out what's the what here. I think we're ready to go. Everyone is giving the thumbs up. And it looks like we're off and running. And this is going to be game one, guys. Of course, always looking for the best of 5 here. Both players are ready. Maybe not. Don't know if Drummond is here. Drummond is ready. Chris is ready. Saying he's just, I gotta get up my second monitor, man, because this is being live streamed. But there is a delay, so even with that, you won't be able to do that. So everything looks good. Countdown has begun. Hoping to see some good gameplay here. Brandon, what do you think about MLG Antigua Shipyard?
I think it's going to lend itself to quite a lengthy macro game. I think the MLG version just allows cross spawns, so once you spawn, you know exactly where they are.
Good point, and here we go. We have Drummond up here at the 11 o'clock position, spawning as the Green Terran. And down here at the, I would call this the 5 o'clock position, we have Chris spawning as the Blue Zerg. And already Chris sending up this Overlord up here to go and scout. Now, we'll have to see, obviously cross positions here can go ahead and, possibly take an early expansion. Zerg, we'll have to see what the timing is. Don't really expect to see any early pressure on this map. It just doesn't work quite as well as other maps for Terran 2 racks kind of pressure. So we do see Drummond right now going off, and let me turn my music on. And actually, pardon me, guys, I'm going to make sure that that's actually enabled to go. Yeah, that should be good. Putting his supply depot down here in a very standard location, so he's going to begin his wall off. Meanwhile, over here, Chris moving his Overlord up. He's going to be scouting this location. However, he won't be able to see too much there as the Terran has spawned up here in the upper left.
Right now we have a SCV scouting across position right now.
Yeah, and he is just motoring.
I don't think we'll be seeing any bunker shenanigans early on, but we'll see.
No, I don't think so. You know, we do have just one barracks in production, about 60% complete. Here goes this SCV, going to get a nice scout off here. Pushed away. Ooh, let me go away here. That is not good and busy. Currently, right now, looking at the income tab, 15 to 16. There goes the spawning pool. So this is a hatch before pool build. No gas yet from the Zerg player. Going to go ahead and looks like he's going to gear up for a macro game. Meanwhile, back here at the Terran base, we do have one gas that's been taken. Only has one guy mining off of it at the moment. A little peculiar. Orbital command also coming in. So could see some tech play here fairly soon. Both players at 17 supply, so full wall off now complete for Draman over here. Very standard. Continuing to just make Marines, but yeah, no signs of pressure just yet. And it looks like Chris over here now was to put 5 guys on gas initially. Looks like he's transferring a few more down here to the natural position. So, Brandon, what race do you play again? Why don't you tell everyone kind of your background?
Well, I play Zerg. I started off in Bronze League in Season 1 back in December. And from there, I just played for a while, like a long time, and worked my way up to Diamond. And right now I'm on the Iowa team, and I believe those matches will be coming up in a few hours.
Yep, that's true. Those will be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brandon, Drummond right now adding on a second barracks here. Looks like Mickey D here wanting to give a shout out for the WoundedWarriorProject.org. I believe that is a project that supports soldiers that have been injured in combat, and it's a support network for disabled veterans. So guys can feel free to check that out at your leisure. Reactor Tech Lab over here by Drummond, not producing either. Money getting a little bit high here, and it looks like possibly going for yeah, there we go. Now swapping that. So he's going to be producing quite a few Hellions out of that factory and moving this. So Tech Lab now starting to get the concussive shells going. Second Tech Lab coming down. Looking back over here at Chris. Just continuing, and oh, look at this. Roach Warren up, and it looks like we have a that would be a 6 Roach push right here at minute 6. Continuing to get gas here. Speed on the way. So going to apply a little bit of early pressure. Taking a look up here. Is Drummond prepared for this? He does have 3 Hellions out right now, and they're in for a rude surprise because as soon as they make their way down here, they will probably encounter these roaches. Yeah, they are on a collision course right now, and oh, just on a move command, Chris missing kind of a moment. He could have pecked at those Hellions, doing a bit of damage, but now 4 Hellions, 5th on the way now on the field. Going to go ahead and move down here to the natural, but with 6 roaches coming in, I don't think they're going to do that much damage.
I would have liked to seen a bunker being put up in response to the incoming roaches, but hopefully he will be able to get out Marauders in time.
Yep, we do have concussive shell done. Currently 1 Marauder in production. 1 Marauder out, 2 Marauders out on the field right now. A third coming down now. Command center almost done, so he does manage to force back that roach pressure, so kind of just in the nick of time. But yeah, definitely just relying on SCVs. And if we go to the workers kill tab, we'll see that in that small engagement, Drummond did lose 4 workers, so not ideal, but you know what, he was able to hold back that pressure. And now moving down across the map, we do have, it looks like still 5 Hellions and a small bioforce, so gonna go ahead and counterattack down here. A lot of drones had been produced, and now we have some defensive structures coming down. Now it looks like a spine, and what is this? Yeah, and a lair on the way. Actually, 2 layers on the way. So I wonder exactly why he's doing that. Maybe I actually don't know why you get 2 layers.
Misclick.
Misclick, probably. Yeah. So, well, he does have lair tech done, so we'll see where he goes from here. Here comes the Terran force moving in, and going to go ahead and take care of that one roach there. Moving in. Oh, good spine placement there, forcing that back. Has to be careful. Make sure that these marauders here don't get surrounded by this pretty heavy Ling force. So, see what tech path. It looks like we do have centrifugal hooks and glial reconstitution on the way. More roaches being produced. Stim about 60% done. And with that, Terran has gone ahead and taken his natural pretty successfully. You know, he's been able to put this pressure down and force the engagement. I kind of like this. This is very interesting. So we have 6 marauders here moving up. They'll be able to take care of these roaches. Meanwhile, Hellions moving in, engaging these speedlings, darting back, and looks like a bit of a surround happening on a few of these marauders. And, oh man, Terran just getting eaten all up right there. So good defense there by Chris. Now a clean 20 food ahead in supply, going to be pushing across the map, and Terran a little spaghetti strung out. Marauders and Hellions kind of lining the map, and here go these speedlings moving in. Are they going to see over here? Yeah, they do see them. Going to get a surround. Going to go ahead and take care of that Hellion very quickly. All of these marauders falling, and the roaches shortly behind here going to get a few more. So not in a great place. Terran is right now down 25 food deficit as they move across the map. Yeah, all of that aggression, and with that, very smartly, Chris expanding behind that engagement here, taking his third.
Spire Tech is up, and from here, I think Zerg will be free to drone up all the way and take full map control.
Yeah, 4 mutas in production, and look at all these banelings, 14 banelings being morphed in the middle of the map here. Chris just going to go ahead and bust this down. 2 bunkers will complete here at the front for Chris. He'll probably load these up here with his marauders. Looks like he has marines in one and marauders in the other. But with this number of banelings, I think he'll just be able to crash right on through this. Will he spot it? Yeah, he does see it. Here he goes. Yep, target firing. In come the banelings. 1, and it looks like 2 go down right there, and he'll be able to clean that up. Now SCV's moving into fight at the front. Going to go ahead and stutter.
Yep, it looks like he has held off his attack for now. The mutas should be coming soon. They're chilling on his natural right now.
Yep, and there they go, just as you said. 5 mutas now on the way over here. 8 workers killed total for Zerg. Just going to go ahead and leave these roaches down at the bottom of the ramp. Going to get a few more units. Bit of an unnecessary stim there by Drummond, and here come the Mutalisks moving their way. It looks like we have, I guess that's just an Overlord back over there. So here we go. 5 mutas and destructible debris in my selection queue, and it looks like we have a turret up here. 2 turrets in the main, so very smartly Chris here scouting out very carefully, making sure that he doesn't walk into that and needlessly lose mutas. Very good here, just picking off a few supply depots, and should get these down. Now more mutas joining the fight, and as long as he keeps them, yeah, there he goes. Very smart, not losing a single muta here, continuing to peck away. You know, with that advantage. Here we have a supply depot that's been called down, so that one, you know, worth a little bit more supply. Again, the range of these turrets, just barely able to catch, probably get 1 muta, but enough damage is done here.
1 muta down. Right now, I think in the production tab, more mutas and a few drones. So, not looking too good for Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond in a bit of trouble here. You know, now forced to make all of these missile turrets as well, sending them back economically, and now supply blocked, which he's just remedied. 25 supply down here. Chris just able to macro away. A little bit shy of drones here at his natural, but these cloud of mutas just continue to be really cost effective. So here we go. Muta's now moving up to the natural. Looks like maybe along this flank he will do a bit of damage. Here's some barracks here undefended. This siege tank could possibly be picked off, and the marine count is awfully low here in the Terran base.
It's not looking too good. Command center is not going to get canceled.
Ooh, ouch. That's pretty big here. And it looks like he may just go for it, realizing that, yeah, there aren't that many marines. Going to flood right on down here, focus down these turrets, and kind of have free reign. You know, this is kind of the problem with this build. He needed to apply a little bit more pressure, not really having an answer right now to the heavy air, and yeah, I'll get free reign of this. Gonna check real quick. 17 workers now killed, 18, 19. Number just keeps going up. He just can't produce enough Marines in time, basically losing them as soon as they come out, and with that, he will be forced to retreat, but now 50 food behind, and let's take a look at the worker count. So 40 to 65 now, a 25 worker lead over his opponent, Chris here. So things looking pretty good for the Zerg player.
And we have more mutas joining the pack.
And I love this. Look at this. Every time one of these little, poking harassments, attacks takes place, just going ahead and taking another base here. Extractor's already planned, so he's going to be getting more gas. Here comes the mutas now. Oops, sorry about that. Moving up over here into the base again. Oh, going for this production, keeping it down, and it looks like he may just dive bomb right into the natural again. 2 turrets standing in his way. Not playing too greedy, just making sure he stays ahead. Going to probably pick off this medevac. Yeah, going to get that. And just a few Marines here to contest. More mutas joining, forcing a stim. Oh, man, stimming all those Marauders unnecessarily. It's one reason not to have them on the same control group as your Marines. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and get a lot of them now. 35 workers killed, 36 at the natural. Total workers only 19. And Draman with the GG out, giving game 1 to Chris here. So Army going to take an early lead here off of Chris, but off of Navy. Chris, though, obviously a very strong player, a high Masters player versus someone who just has from our point of view, a few games in Diamond. So, that gap in skill may have something to do with it. I don't know.
I think the Roach opening caused more Marauders to be made than Marines, and that just lent itself well to mass muta.
Yeah, a very good response. Obviously playing very reactively to that situation. Good defense by the Zerg player, very not overreacting too much to the early pressure, keeping a cool head, and just playing such a strong macro game as far as, timings for when everything needed to happen. Really exciting. Now we're setting up match number 2. As you can see here, it looks like we're going to have Fog Cartman, so I'll just call him Cartman, versus Jaywalk. And that's going to be on MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. Here come the invites. I'm going to go ahead and suggest Brandon into this game.
I'll just join on you.
Okay. Oh, it looks like you're going to be playing. That's probably not the way we want that. Are you playing today, Brandon? In your
I am not playing today. Think we have quite the competition against Iowa State, so I'm not quite in Masters League yet, but we'll be hopefully taking down Iowa State. They are currently undefeated.
Very good. So it looks like
I think we are just waiting on Cartman.
Yep, Cartman. Having keyboard issues, it says, with Fog, so we'll take just a quick second here. Let's see, you guys are probably out there watching MLG as well right now. Exciting stuff, guys. Now, just keep in mind, we have a full CSL calendar out for you guys right now. All right, plan with CSL as far as the casting side of it. More live matches every weekend to keep you guys engaged. If you guys have schools right now, if you're at your school and you'd like your matches live cast, or you have an important match coming up, feel free to contact us here at the CSL, and we'll do everything in our power to get you guys casted. That's basically what we have going on this week. Obviously, a big match here between Navy Academy and West Point, and later today, Iowa, the Iowa grudge match, I would say, coming up here. So, exciting stuff.
And it looks like Cartman's in the game now. Hopefully his keyboard issues have been resolved.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the music off here, and we'll go ahead and hopefully get into this game. Everyone readying up. I want to double check something really quick here. So our upcoming 2v2 here, Mickey D and DT Vidutter. That's going to be a Protoss Terran versus a Terran Zerg, Awaken, and Shizukana. So that'll be on Scorched Haven, and then if need be, we'll go to GSL Daybreak with Anman versus Zesty, and Zesty is the Army team captain. So it looks like everyone is ready. So I'm going to say ready.
I'm all ready, so...
Now we're just waiting for the game to start. Get us into game number 2. Right now we do have Army up 1 game over Navy in this best of 5 series.
Just waiting on Jaywalk, and looking at the player profiles, we have a Platinum Zerg from Navy and a Master level Zerg from Army.
So that'd be quite an interesting matchup, although, you know, ZVZ, known as the coin flip match. Have to see what happens here. Okay, countdown has begun. Getting ready to get in the game here, guys. ZVZ on MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. Exciting stuff. So this is going to be Fog Cartman. We'll just call him Cartman probably. And Jaywalk. And here we go. So both players obviously spawning locations. There's only 2 of them. So in the upper right in the red we have Fog Cartman playing for Navy. And down here in purple we have Jaywalk for Army. Standard stuff. Now, Brandon, both me and you both play Zerg, so we know a lot about this matchup. What do you think we're going to see? Oh, looks like we have a quick pause. Something not quite working. So yeah, let's talk about what we might see here in this game.
In the ZVZ matchup, I tend to favor an early pool just to put a little pressure on, force some extra lings, and get room to drone up and expand. But I think the Ling Bane strategy is probably the most common.
Looks like both players going ahead and starting now. And already we have both players, let's see, Jaywalk here only at 9. There's his 10th. Overlord coming out as well. Cartman just a little bit behind here, it looks like. Actually quite a bit behind on starting his Overlord. Taking a look here. Yeah, already a little too supplied down because of that. So, yeah, being quick here, you know, seconds matter in the early game, especially in a ZVZ. If you get too delayed, you can be in a bit of trouble. Looks like here we have Cartman throwing down his pool.
Yep, 10 pool, but a little slow since the Overlord was coming up at 10.
Yeah, probably could have saved himself a few seconds there, and we'll get fully scouted by Jaywalk, you know, going ahead and sending that early scout before his Overlord gets there, and he will respond with, I believe that's a 13 pool. And we'll have to see if they get gas here pretty soon. Cartman also getting a full scout off, so both players fully aware of what each other is doing. We do have Overlords on the way as well. It looks like they just had a little mating dance there in the middle of the map. They'll be going off. Pool just about done here for Cartman.
I find it a little interesting, both players haven't taken any gas right now. Don't know if they're just forgetting or this is an intentional build, but I guess we'll have a regular Ling battle.
Yeah, a slow Ling battle, which it's like a fast Ling battle, it's just slower. And there we go, gas getting started here by Cartman. Oh, never mind, going ahead and extractor tricking to get an extra drone. And then he will take his other one, so that's fine. Defensive spine also going down in his base.
Roach Warren coming up for Jaywalk. Looks like we'll be seeing an early Roach push. Or defensive Roaches on the ramp to stop any Lings from running by.
Yeah, good point. Here's Jaywalk patiently keeping that drone back. Gonna go ahead and scout. Ooh, getting a bit of a poke here by that Spine Crawler. Roach Warren also going down. And you know what? Did he see that? That's something I'm really interested in. Yeah, it looks like he did see that. Roach Warren go down back behind Cartman's extractor.
It could be that he did not see it. He had to click really fast on that building structure. So either he thinks it's Banelings, Roaches, or early +1.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
And looks like we have an expansion going to be placed down by Jaywalk.
So right now, economically, game looking exactly the same. 18-18. Roaches now being pushed out. 3 Roaches here. That'll block off the ramp for Jaywalk and deny the lingering bites. He does have his natural down. Cartman now 1-2. Looks like he'll have a 3rd Roach here as well. Let's see what he's going to do with him. Looks like he's going to do the exact same thing. Block him off there at the ramp. But this expansion here, if it gets up and operational, going to give Jaywalk quite a bit of an advantage. Looks like also taking a 2nd gas. So with the Evo chamber here, maybe going for some early upgrades, going to make those Roaches even stronger. Yeah, Lair Tech now on the way. So I would assume we're going for a pretty substantial Roach-centered build here. Yeah, there's the +1 missile attack from Jaywalk. Going to be able to defend that natural fairly well, and it looks like Cartman now throwing down his quite a bit later, though.
I would like to see some more drones be made from Cartman. He's fallen behind a little bit, and he knows that the expansion is up now since he has that Overlord sitting on Jaywalk's natural.
Yep. Very good point. If we go to the unit counting station here, taking a look, 8 drones, 8 Lings for Cartman. I'm sorry, 8 Roaches, 8 Lings for Cartman, and for Jaywalk we have 5 Roaches and 2 Lings. So fairly similar numbers here, but look at this. Oh, boom, explosion of drones. So we have 7 more drones right now for Jaywalk. He's going ahead, going to be able to transfer these drones down to his natural, and it's going to give him a huge economic lead. And I don't really see Cartman doing that. I mean, he really hasn't been making anything but units at this point.
And we have a Hydra Den going down for Jaywalk.
Oh,
still no Ling speed, but
very interesting. Yeah, Hydra Den now finished, going ahead and getting grooved spines, increasing that attack range. So it looks like going to be going for a ground army here. Also gives him a bit of protection if his opponent goes for air. And here we go. Here's the push across the map for Cartman. Looks like quite a few Lings here. 16 minus 2, 14 Lings, and about 8 Roaches. Going to be making their way down. Sorry, guys. For some reason, got the overlay mixed up there. Jaywalk down here. Doesn't have the force, and here they come. Lings diving into the natural here, attacking all of these drones. Queen falls fairly quickly. Hydras and Roaches now engaging, and I would say this is not good news for Jaywalk right here.
I don't think so. We have Lings in production for Cartman. He's got some sitting in the middle of the map. I would love to see those run up and aid in this battle right here.
Looks like, oh, obviously here we have the +1 attack helping out quite a bit. Jaywalk here with his Roach Hydra, you know, those Hydras able to do so much damage. And with the added range, you know, just able to participate a lot more in that battle. Getting a defensive Overseer, wants to make sure if his opponent does burrow, he's protected. And we'll take a look here. 5 drones killed, so actually for the commitment on that attack, you know, not as effective as he probably wanted it to be. At the meantime, going to the income tab, still Jaywalk ahead in workers even after that assault. So See if these slowlings moving across through the secret hallway can do any damage for Jaywalk. Moving them over here, and at the same time, it looks like we have a Roach Hydra push at the main. So it might be a simultaneous attack here on the natural. Only Speedlings right now to defend. Unit counting station says 23 lings, but no roaches anymore.
I'm a little worried right now. He just made 13 drones, and the impending attack seems to. I think it's going to be over after this attack, but we'll see if he can get enough lings out in time.
Here come the lings going ahead and attacking the roaches. Not going to be able to do too much damage. This army going to go ahead and push right on up, start focusing down this hatchery. Meantime, more lings coming on down through the ramp, and it looks like they will engage, getting the surround on one of these roaches. But, that's not going to be nearly enough to take down this Roach Hydra ball, which is going to continue to bust this down. Here we do have more roaches. It looks like 6 roaches in production. But, yeah, that's going to fall right there. Nothing else being really rallied, but the damage is done here. Here come the roaches popping right now, it looks like. And, yep, Cartman just going to go ahead and call the GG. Jaywalk is going to take game number 2, giving Army a 2 advantage. Chris taking game 1. So we will go into the 2v2 with Army up 2-0, and if Army is able to pull it through, they will have a 3-0 victory over Navy. Let's get some tunes going.
Looks like there's going to be some subs being made on the 2v2.
All right. Yep. So looks like possibly we won't be seeing Awaken for the Army team. Mickey D says he's okay with the substitution so long as the matchup is the same right now. So far, Army showing us they're a pretty strong team. Strong Masters players here in both their matchups. And that's not really at the fault. I'm going to turn that music down because it's awfully loud. Sorry about that, guys. Really not their fault. Sometimes you have the team that you have. If you have like 4 Grandmasters on your team, that's the people that you can field. And Brandon, you can go ahead and join on me.
All right.
There we go. So this is going to be Scorched Haven. Scorched Haven, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick little bio on this 2v2 map. It has been in the map pool, I believe, since, I want to say the beta? It's been there for quite a while, at least through Season 1. So this is a not shared base 2v2 map. You do have an expansion cove down here, and this funnels directly in. So you have one opening here. This can be walled off by players fairly easily, allowing them to go ahead and take these expansions. Huge area around the backside here and along the front for air units and drops to occur, especially for the player situated up here. On the, I guess you'd call that the trailing edge near the awkward third, or the hidden third, kind of, because it can sneak up on you over here. Going across the middle of the map, you do have split map expansions, golds, and then these expansions up here. So as you mine out of your main and then someone's third, you do have to push across the map, but usually it doesn't go that far. Things will usually kind of figure themselves out before these middle bases are taken, or if a player or if a team is able to take them, it gives them such a huge advantage that whoever's able to hold the middle usually takes the game. So I like this map personally. I think it lends itself to a lot of interesting and varied play. It's very wide open, although you do have a lot of options to use different tactics because of the different raised level terrain. But we'll have to see. Looks like still don't have a player coming in for Army quite yet. Awaken, not awake, apparently.
Looks like Zesty is filling in, but
Zesty's playing in their next match, so
I don't think that's a legal move. I believe it's unique players in the first 4 matches, so I think Army will need to find another sub.
yeah, I'm gonna double check this as well. Go into the good old rules page. One substitution is allowed per match. Okay, so actually they can't do that. So we're just kind of figuring out the rules right now, guys. The problem is right now, Army, since Awaken isn't here, they wanted to sub Zesty in, but Zesty is playing, theoretically, Game 4 for Army, and you can only have one substitution per match. So if they were to substitute Zesty in for the 2v2, he then couldn't, they'd be disqualified because Zesty would need a replacement for Game 4, which is himself. So that would force them to have 2 substitutions. So basically anyone right now in the Army roster can go ahead and sub for Awaken except for Zesty. Interesting situation.
I also believe that the subbing player must play the race of Awaken.
That
so
is
I
true.
think that is Terran.
Yep, and whoever plays must play Terran.
Still looking like they're trying to figure this out.
Okay, so it looks like Zesty's taking a look at all this. We'll take a quick break here, and while they try to figure this out, and figure out how to play a commercial. I don't actually know how.
It's just the / commercial.
Is that it?
I believe so.
Meanwhile, let's check in on MLG.
Think Eider's playing Bomber right now.
Rough. So, thanks, guys, for those of you in chat right now. We're getting ready to get into the 2v2 here in just a second. We're working on some technicalities due to player substitutions. Thanks for sticking with us. You guys rock. You are what's not killing esports. You are what is supporting esports and the C-Star League. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but you guys would be kicking it. You're awesome. Derp. Looks like they are working this out. As soon as we get this figured out, we will get this going. So it looks like they're going to substitute Pat Rocket for Awaken. So he will be getting in here momentarily. Whoop. Meanwhile, it does look like Idra is playing Bomber at MLG. So that's why you can have multiple streams open, guys. So check it, direct it here at the CSL. Let's see. While we're waiting, you guys can check me out at StarCraft Alaska on Twitter. That's where I do my thing. I also have an SC2 and Review webcast show that comes out every week. Should be recording that tonight or tomorrow. You can check that out, StarCraft Alaska, at the YouTubes. There's also an Iowa game coming up later tonight. Iowa and Iowa State going to be fighting it out. Fighting for supremacy. I'll be live casting that with Gensolator, Matthew East, and he is a Grandmaster level Terran player who plays at MLG. Looks like players are getting in the game. I believe Brandon is away on a phone call. He will be back momentarily. Looks like these guys are getting ready to go. Getting this all figured out. Alright, so here we go. Looks like everyone is set to go. It's going to be a Terran Zerg versus a Protoss Terran. Again, this is on Scorched Haven. Right now, Army up 2 over Navy. Chris and Jaywalk, both Masters players, defeating their Navy counterparts. So we will see what happens here in Game 3. Thanks, guys, for watching. Again, the CSL means a lot to us here at the CSL booth. I know, like I said before, a lot of cool stuff going on right now, but good to have your support here. Again, we have the Iowa games coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live casted by me and Gensolator, Matthew East. We're going to tear that mother up. How's your team looking for later today, Brandon?
Not quite sure, but I think we'll do fine. I know our second match will be played first due to some prior obligations by our player.
Very good. So, yeah, excited to see that. And getting ready to go.
The game is starting.
Awesome. So right now, guys, if Army manages to pull this out and win, that will be it. It will end. So this is a Protoss Terran versus a Zerg Terran, and I believe we have off racing that's happening just because of the way things worked out, to be honest.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think the Zerg was meant to play Terran, but that would leave a double race, which goes against the rules.
Yep. That is true. So this will be interesting, and ooh, there we go, a little bit of lag. Things going now. So we have Mickey D and DT Divider spawning over here on the left, and they are our Navy team. Over here we have Shizukana, Shizu, and Pat Rocket. Over here, they are the Army team. They are the ones, if they win this match, let me double check, is that true? Yeah, okay. Looking good. Alright, so 2v2 is obviously a little different than 1v1s. Right now it looks like we have Mickey D getting ready to start a wall off over here. Meanwhile, Dutter going ahead over here, throwing down his supply depot. Zerg continuing to macro up. Brandon, do you play a lot of 2v2s?
I don't play as many 2v2s as the 3v3s or 4v4s, but the general strategies carry over.
So, interesting here, Rocket going ahead and not walling. Going ahead and placing that barracks back in his base because, well, you know what, he's not playing against a Zerg, so Ling run-bys probably, well, they aren't possible, I should say. And it looks like Mickey D getting a good scout off here on Zerg. Sees this gas before pool. So Speedling's probably coming out here, or at least getting speed to just control the map. Meanwhile, over here in the Terran base, we have a barracks followed by gas. They'll finish about the same time, it looks like, over here. Mickey D going to get a good scout over here. Is going to go ahead and see this refinery. Going to give him a little bit of an advantage. And, oh, look at this. 2 gateways coming out right now for Mickey D. And it looks like we have 2 racks coming out with a wall off here for Dutter. So possibly going to go ahead and apply some early pressure. Probe going back over. Going to check the timing of the pool.
And no gas from the yellow Terran right now. Going down right now. So any tech lab add-ons will be a little delayed.
So yeah, 2 racks now. Yeah, like you said, here we go. Gas being a little bit late. Has the orbital command finished already. Probably going to continue making Marines. Look at this over here. We do have 2 racks also coming out for Rocket. Tech lab now coming down on his barracks. Meanwhile, Speed just getting started here. He is leaving 1 guy on his extractor. I really like that. That's something that I do a lot, even in 2v2 games of Zerg. Gives you just enough gas to be reactionary if you need to throw down some extra tech. And a second queen on the way as well. So early expo here for the Zerg. And Ling's making their way across the map, catching that scouting probe, and meanwhile, lots of Marines here at the ramp are going to clean up those 2 Lings before they get any information.
Zerg needs to be careful with those overlords.
Oh yeah, there you go. Overlords now moving through the middle. Could get picked off by these Marines back here. 4 Zealots and a gaggle of Marines moving across the map at minute 5. So a 5-minute push here. Coming out, nothing but Zealots, going ahead and continuing to produce 1 more on the way now as well. So it looks like we're going to have a total of 6 Zealots and a couple Marines now. Over here, 2 Lings going to the unit counting station. We have 6 Lings and 3 Marines and a Marauder. That's not going to be enough. Here come the Zealots. They're going to go straight for the Zerg base. Going to take care of these Lings, no problem. And going to get in here and take down this Queen very quickly. Here come the Marines from the backside. Marauders just left now, not microing them as good as he could. Oh, looks like he is going to get back, forcing them back this way. But again, all of these forces now directly into the Zerg base. More Lings being produced, but yeah, I don't know what he can do right now. Well, it looks like, will he be able to catch these before they go up here? Sending 1 Zealot up the ramp to kind of scout the situation.
Getting sucked there.
Yeah, that's not great. Here comes some more Lings. Oh, good teamwork here, using the Zealots to block a lot of the damage, keeping the Marines alive. Needs to kill those Lings. There he goes. And with the Lings down there, it looks like he's just going to go for it up the ramp.
Looks like the Red Terran has Stim, so should hopefully clean up the Zealots fairly quickly.
Yeah, it looks like they've stabilized here a little bit. That'll do it for that attack. Looks like, Yellow going ahead and rallying his Marines forward, so he'll be forced to retreat. He was able to clean up that early expansion. Looks like he's going to go ahead and re-expand down to his natural. Meanwhile, over here in the Terran base, 3 rack strong, like you said, has those ups. Does have 2 tech labs here, could get concussive and combat shield fairly quickly. Oh, and look at these Lings catching these Marines on a move command across the map. Ooh, getting quite a few kills, it looks like. And now Stalkers out for the Protoss player. Marines, Marauders, again with Stim on their way across. They're going to engage this army, but by themselves.
I don't think this is a wise decision. Too many units out on the left side of the map, but now we have Lings reinforcing, so...
Ooh, stimming to retreat? Wow. Maybe a misclick there. And here comes Protoss just moving up. All these Stalkers in fairly good health. Now taking a bit of hull damage, engaging over here. Terran with quite a few Marines. Yep.
I would love to see those Zerglings head over and pick off those Stalkers, but looks like he just warped in 4 Zealots on his proxy pylon.
Yeah, Mickey D with a pretty strong proxy pylon over here. This could be the comeback for Navy. Remember, if Army wins this game, they've 3-0'd. But Navy looking pretty strong here with their 2v2 play. Here comes Zealot Stalker mix up to the front. Terran following closely behind, making sure he has a good angle of engagement here. And it looks like he's going to go for it. Going to try to get a lot of these Lings to engage the Zealots.
I think the Red Terror needs to come up, and that's slight delay in reaction, and it looks like it'll be a costly mistake.
Yep. Good point. So here we go. Marines now parked over here, delaying those reinforcements. More Zealots being warped in to deal with oncoming Lings. Going to go ahead and protect the rear flank. Now moving up into the Red Terran's base. Going to go ahead and probably snipe this expansion. Units is trickling in. Pat Rocket going ahead and GGing deep inside his base right now, and a GG from Mickey D. And that'll probably do it. Just waiting for the GG now over here from Shizukana, who is making a ton of Banelings, but meanwhile the Terran economy is just being ripped apart. And yeah.
And just gonna watch these Banelings just one last final stand.
Yep. Ooh, getting a good connect on all those Marines. Still, though, you know, his teammate has left the game. This will probably do it. No economy left over right now. And they're just going to charge up here. Obviously, it's frustrating when you're forced into a situation like this. Your teammate that you were practicing with, you were supposed to play with, isn't around for whatever reason, you know, unfortunate circumstance. And then you're forced to play with somebody off racing, which isn't great, you know, not a good situation. So yeah, unfortunate. And Chizukana with the GG here as well.
Looks like we're heading to Game 4 on GSL Daybreak. Another ZVZ.
So yeah, so there we go. There's the three. It would be 2-1 now in this best of 5 series. So that would be Mickey D and DTV Dutter taking that game off of Army. Getting ready to get into game number 3. This is going to be on GSL Daybreak, one of my personal favorite maps. I love GSL Daybreak. Mickey D setting up game number 4, it looks like, for all of you out there in TV land watching. Let's see. Things to talk about. Trying to think, so coming up, obviously, CSL calendar, very jam-packed, lots of stuff. We're going to try to get those updates to you guys faster. Good to support the CSL by watching, participating, of course. There is an ad out right now for the CSL for some volunteer positions. If you guys haven't taken a look, go to cstarleague.com, check that out. You know, a lot of room in this organization for a lot of talented people. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Meanwhile, so yeah, reading through this, Air Force has beaten Army as far as service games go, and this will be, you know, we'll see the winner of this match when it happens. There we go. Here's the game. I'm going to suggest you can join on me.
Yep. Gotta download the map.
Oh, no.
Pretty quick.
So, for you guys who don't know, this is GSL Daybreak. Players spawn at these 2 locations, yay and yay. You have a natural. You've got this kind of open expanse from your natural. Possible third locations that are directly north of you. As you take your base here at your third, your bases or your expansions you take become increasingly closer to your opponent. This map is interesting in the fact that there are multiple paths to take up through kind of what I would call the thirds or whatever. Also, and I heard this from Tasteless, so I don't know if this is true or not, that on this map, throughout the course of the game, the sun will rise in the background. And I have really never paid attention to that, but apparently that's a thing. So I'm not playing. So hopefully they move me down. So I don't really want to play. Not right now. Not against these guys.
Think we need to drag Zesty up and have him take your place.
There we go. Zesty moving on up there. Moving on up to the east side, so to speak. And it looks like...
Ooh. And I believe we have a spectator from Iowa State.
Who's that?
Then you woke up.
Can you tell him to leave, actually?
Yeah.
He just saw you were in a game and topped in, huh?
Yeah. Hopefully he will be responding to my messages right now. Alright, there we go.
Looks like we're all good to go. This is going to be a ZVZ on Daybreak. So exciting stuff. Now looking real quick at Zesty's profile. Zesty here, Diamond player.
And I believe On Man is also diamond, so this could be quite the matchup.
Quite the matchup right now. Army leading it 2-1 over Navy. Needs one game to win this best of 5. Now, CSL rules state that, so we have 4 matches, guys, for those who aren't familiar, on the docket. If the game it's a best of 5. The last match isn't in there. That's the ace match. So if it does go 2-2, if Army does win this game, we will see another game shortly, and it will be they can send out anyone they want. And the map, I believe, is predetermined. I didn't look at what the ace map was for this week. But here, spawning in the lower left, we have Zesty. He is from the Army West Point Academy. And spawning up here in the upper right, we have Onman. And Onman is from the Navy Academy in Annapolis. So a ZVZ should be a good show. Here go the Overlords scouting. We already saw one ZVZ today. This will be our second. The last one was on MLG Zelnaga Caverns. So we'll see what happened. Mickey D wanted to pump the WoundedWarriorProject.org. You guys go ahead and check that out. Go ahead.
The ace matchup, if it gets to it, if Navy can pull the win out, will be on MLG Shattered Temple.
MLG Shattered Temple, very good. So they can go ahead and pull anyone from either lineup, even people that have already played. Usually it's your star player. If you have a very strong player, it's best to send them out. So right now, Zesty just continuing to make drones now at 15 supply. Does have this drone down here, and there he goes. So that'll be a 15 hatch. And it looks like the pool now finishing up for Amen any second now, and he will be going ahead and, taking a gas now as well. So early pool for Amen, and look, there he goes, finally throwing down a spawning pool. I mean, not early pool, early hatch is what I meant. Kind of a ballsy thing to do in ZVZ.
Not too familiar with this map, but it looks like the distance is fairly far, so he should be able to get his pool up in time.
I feel like every time that I try to fast expand against a Zerg, it just ends in thousands of Zerglings surrounding my natural. Even if I try to get that out, somehow they know. Oh, it looks like Amen going to go ahead and throw down a Roach Warren actually here. So going to apply some early Roach pressure. Pool now just finishing for Zesty, it looks like. So also getting gas. He will be a little bit slower on getting speed if he wants to.
Shane, it looks like you still have the matchup screen up.
I'm sorry about that, guys. But that was a cool radio broadcast. You guys got to hear it. But here's the game. That's why it's good to have a co-caster to check those things. I only have one monitor.
Gotta give props to a teammate from Iowa actually messaging me and letting me know that you still have the matchup screen up.
I promise I won't do that later today. Here we go. Zesty now pumping out a few lings just for some defense here at the front. Couple more up here, and a drone, interestingly, kind of chilling up here. So I don't know if that's a misstep or something, but there is a drone chilling out. Maybe he likes the vent fan. Maybe it's nice and warm. There's a security camera there. I've never really noticed that on this map. And looking at the economy right now, 17-17. Amen now taking his natural, doing a bit of poking. He is sending this Overlord. Going to check on the vision. He did know that this went down from earlier with his scout. He'll see the spine crawler as he moves in. Queen now, let's see, taking a quick look over here. No queen down here at the natural, so he will get a bit of information. And with that, he'll go ahead and back off. Roach is now protecting the expansion for Amen.
I would love to see the roaches move down towards lower ramp and block it instead of allowing any possibility for lings to run up into his natural. And it looks like he's stopping them right there on the ramp. So
Maybe he heard you. Hopefully he didn't, because they should have the stream closed when they're playing. And there's a delay, so there's no way he could have heard you.
oh, yep. Also, I didn't notice this map, but turns out there was actually a back way into the natural. So there's a back way around the right side.
Gotta be careful of those backdoor assaults. Very scary.
Yeah.
Now, these destructible rocks, it's kind of weird, so you can just focus down. Some people like to break down their own destructible rocks just to open up their ramp. Other people prefer to leave it there. Amin's going to go ahead and move his roaches across the map now. And it looks like the defense here, looks like we have 5 roaches and a spine crawler, a few lings, so these 6 roaches aren't going to be able to do too much damage at the front. Looks like here he goes, and from the vision, he doesn't know these roaches are here, so as he comes up, there he does see them, and yeah, he'll go ahead and back off. After getting that information, let's see if Zesty goes for the chase. Here come more roaches, though. 9 total, and yeah, so going to get 1 roach picked off there. More lings and roaches on the way, so it looks like definitely streaming units across the map. Might decide to just go for it here. Knows that he has the superior count. Unit counting station real quick here. 12 to 12, even match, although Amin does have quite a few more lings. So going to have to take a look. Army values looking favoring Amin right now, who's supply blocked at 60 of 60. Oh, let's see. Yeah, spine crawler moving down from the main. Looks like he's going to go ahead and focus down these destructibles, and at the same time, Zesty moving on up. Both players just kind of poking, feeling it out. Ooh, sending a small force up here, maybe trying to bait them to attack. Has to be careful. Those speedlings can't get up there and get a surround just like that. And here we go.
He's got the concave. Things look good right now. Just doesn't want to get engaged within that spine crawler.
Yep. So, yeah, very smartly forcing the engagement up here for Amin. And right now it looks like he's just going to chill down here at the bottom of the ramp. Unit counting station again, 12 to 12. Roach count is the same. Going to finish these destructible rocks off. Economy-wise, Amin also up slightly in harvester count as well. Taking a look, Lair Tech now on the way for both players, just about at the same time. And another hatchery going down here, a macro hatch in the main for Zesty. So looking to apply a little bit more pressure here. 8 lings moving down to the Naga. On Amin's side does have this Overlord watching on top. Going to move them around here in the back, it looks like. Going to sneak up into the natural.
And we have 4 spine crawlers for On-Man coming up right now.
Yeah, very smart play. And, ooh, going to catch that drone before it makes its third. Oh, yeah, not losing too many lings here, it looks like. Going to chase these guys down, re-expand. Oh, very good blocking that, at least for a moment there. Both players still fairly even right now, unit counting station. 14 roaches to 12. Ling counts pretty similar. Economically, though, Amin pulling into the lead right now. Here comes the third down. Amin able to fend it off and defend it, but at the same time, yeah, pretty much okay at the front, too, with these 4 spine crawlers abreast here, keeping those lings out of the natural.
And it looks like he is currently trying to run by up at the top.
Yep, and he'll get a few lings into the main, give him some scouting information, but that's about it. Queen will be able to clean that up pretty easily. So, gets a worker or 2 here. Well, I guess nothing really. So, everything's still fairly even now. Amin pulling ahead now, 13 drones up. Lair Tech done for both players. Spire finishing right now for Zesty. Infestation Pit finishing for Amin. So, definitely both players going for different choices here as we head into the mid-game. We'll have to see how effective that is.
A lot of Muta coming out right now. 9 Muta, about halfway done. Could be an issue with a few Overlords floating around in the middle of the map.
Yeah, and you know, Amin does have the Evo Chamber down, so he'll be able to make Spore Crawlers at his main, natural, and third. 9 Mutas, though, might have their way with him for a little while. Here they come out right now. Looks like they're going to go ahead and head for that third location, it looks like. Going to chase down this Overseer. 7 Infestors on the way for Amin, though. And it looks like, yeah, Pathogen Glands are going to finish before they come out. Here they come down into the third now. Getting quite a few drones. Looks like a total of 4 with that. And as we move on up here, being a little conservative with them, actually. This Queen going to fall pretty easily. There's the Infestor.
It's a fungal.
Ooh, gets one fungal. And that'll do it for that Infestor, unfortunately. All these in the yellow, though, for the most part. Here come more Infestors down. Uh-oh. If he doesn't move them, they're going to get a good fungal off. That's number 1, 2, and he'll be able to clean up all of these, it looks like, with 3. Few infested Terrans coming down for good measure.
And I don't think that 900 gas investment was worth the cost. On-Man definitely coming ahead right now.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like it's going to be Roach Infestor for Amin. Here comes a ton of Roaches, though, for Zesty. Roach Ling. Let's go to the unit counting station. 40 Roaches right now to 12. So
that is a really scary for us right now. Onman's going to need pretty clutch fungals.
Yep, and let's see, of these guys, it looks like we have maybe 2 that can fungal. Here comes the engagement. Oh, look at that. Spine Crawler is getting down just in time here at the third, but meanwhile, with the defense down there, these Lings are going to be able to get up into the main. Oh, Spine Crawler is not finishing in time. Here they go up into the main. Going to go ahead and try to focus down this Infestation Pit. May get it down, actually. Here come Roaches to take care of that. Oh, just barely holds that off. Queen up here in the main, quite a bit of energy on her. Maybe missing a few injects. And here come the Roaches down into the third. Infestors now with quite a bit of energy. Going to get some good fungals off, it looks like.
Snipes Infestor.
Gets one snipe down. All of these in the yellow. Oh, looks like they will be able to take down the third pretty easily. Here come the Roaches now. Good fungal, catching a small group off guard. And with that, catching a few of them. Unit counting station now. Still 36 to 23, though. 11 Infestors on the field for Amin. Where are those Infestors? There they are. They're back over here. A lot of energy built up on them. So it looks like Amin may just go for it. That's still a lot of Roaches, though.
I think he needs to come around and check for that third base and hopefully snipe that.
Yeah, third base over here up and operational. 64 drones to 44, so even though Zesty's on 3 bases, main here, still has quite a bit of minerals. Well, I take that back. Getting mined out here. But yeah, that difference in drone count making a lot of difference. Oh, here come the Roaches down. Infestors now just catching up.
A lot of Infestors.
Oh, man, here we go. As long as he doesn't lose them all.
Oh, no.
Has to get off those fungals. There he goes, getting quite a few fungals off.
Still losing some Infestors.
Yeah, not an ideal engagement for sure. Lost more than he should have. Infestors now on the field for Zesty.
Looks like his Roaches are coming up on top, and he's saved 4 of his 11 Infestors.
Not ideal. Here they go now, taking out the third, forcing these away, and looks like they will focus this down.
Looks like we're having a Ling run by.
Yep, here come Lings. This is again to the third location that was taken out. The re-expand, looks like that'll go away. Oh no, all these drones transferring down. Going to catch them. Meanwhile, back over here, third does go down for Zesty. Moving in these Roaches. Meanwhile, oh, here come the Lings up, just going straight into the main. and they will be doing a lot of damage here.
And looks like Amen's just gonna push in, but doesn't look like a great idea. They have 3 infestors throwing down some fungals. I don't know if this is a good engagement, and right now in terms of drones, Onman's still up, but just mining off of that one base.
Yeah, so, look at this. Brood Infestors coming in. The Brofester hit squad. A lot of infested Terrans out now, and they're going to do a lot of damage, popping now, killing these drones, and they should be able to get down this lair. Great use. Might even be able to get over here and get this infestation pit as well. Do a little bit of damage to it. No, I guess not. They're just going to sit there. Roach is now streaming in. Too late, though. So Zesty now forced onto one base economy right now. Amen with double the drones. So we'll see what happens here. 33 roaches to 27. Infestor count is the same. So right now things are pretty even. 10 roaches in production right now for Zesty. That will put him over the top now. Looks like a minor lead. But right now, losing these 2 gas geysers, forcing him down to just 2 gas here, won't allow him to get his infestor count back up nearly as fast. Even though Amen right here is mined out, he does have these gas geysers at his main. It looks like he may be going for it. Here we go. Everything moving across the map now. Fairly similar armies about to engage. Here come the roaches. This will come down to use of the fungals. Here are the roaches fighting on the ramp. And Fungal's coming down. Oh, really good Fungal for Zesty. Getting a large group of those. But I would say, yeah, it looks like Amen has the advantage. Ooh, more roaches coming up. Oh, I'll take that back. Forcing him to retreat now into the spines. And a lot of these rainbow-colored roaches here. Zesty now having to fight. Good concave, though. These infestors with no energy back here.
Those spine crawlers doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely helping.
I think Onman will easily hold and be able to counterattack easily.
Yeah, I think he's got it now, able to re-expand. Both players re-expanding, it looks like. But he does have the drone advantage. Now almost double the supply. Third now finishing for both players. Going to go ahead and resaturate these. This Roach Force going to chase down this Infestor, though. Unit counting station double-checking again. 14 to 19, so good engagement. Zesty retains 3 Infestors, 7 Infestors out for Amen right now. And income-wise, Amen's getting about double the gas because he is able to mine still from here. Yeah, both players staying pretty low in money. You know, everything's economically, both players taking quite a few hits here. And it looks like going to go ahead and defense that third up here as best he can.
And it looks like we might have another Brofester hit squad coming in.
Here they come. Yep, I would say so. 4 of them. And I bet they're going to go for this third over here. Let's see, they're going to cross. Or he might decide to maybe pop up and get a few fungals off on these roaches. No, he's not. Oh boy, you can even see he already has it queued up here. Taking a look, yeah. He's going to throw down a ton of infested Terrans. Look, there we go. Down at the third location, nothing he can do. Just going to run away now, killing tons of drones. Let's take a look at the drones killed tab. Nope. So now we should probably start focusing.
Looks like we have engagement over by the outside Onman's second base.
Yep. Oh, and those infestors right there, quite a bit of energy. They need to throw down a fungal. Yeah, fungals do go down here on those roaches. Oh, you should probably retreat. There's a lot of energy still over there. Those infestors, though, rejoining the battle, so it looks like he's good to fight. Forcing that up. Here come the infestors. Ooh, missing a key fungal right there. But again, has the advantage. 13 infestors now out for Amen.
I would love to see Onman burrow those roaches, get some HP back up, and come back for another attack.
Yeah, Amin right now just playing really aggressively. A lot of these in the red, though. Does have the advantage, though. 46 Roaches now to 28. Looks like he's just going to want to win it with Infestor Roach. And here he comes, trying to get good positioning. He does actually see this Overlord sitting right up here. Does see everything.
And
yeah, does know the positioning of all of his units. Now maxed out Haman at 200, 200. Continuing to get, well, has his 1-1 upgrades. Now getting a Spire, a Hive, and Groove Spines. There you go. Now deciding to burrow these Roaches to regain some HP. As expanded down here. Very well saturated. 72 workers to 20. So Amin in a great position right now.
doesn't look too good for Zesty.
Oh no, Amin, you gotta do something, man. Losing these Infestors here.
Catching those burrowed roaches, if he keeps funneling them, he won't be able to unburrow them, but he gets them up in time.
Oh, but with that, it looks like, yeah, in a great position here. Amin might just go for it right now. This could be it. Heading up into the natural of Zesty.
Missing a fungal, but
yeah, a little bit of miscontrol here and there, but Amin just 50 supply to 200. I mean, that'll do. He can probably just make more units. Yeah, here we go. More Festers. And Zesty with the GG. Awesome job.
Looks
so
like
that'll be it, yeah.
Heading into the ace match, I think.
Yep. So, yeah, that'll do it for that game. So, the ace match now, both teams at 2-2. Amin taking that back for Navy. So, we'll have to see exciting stuff here.
Looks like I believe they need to submit the 4 matches, and then they'll be able to submit for the ace. So, I think we should wait on that.
Sounds good.
Or they can just play the game and do all that work later.
The paperwork afterwards, yeah. Well, either way's fine. I don't care. By the way, Brandon, thanks for casting with me today.
No
Makes
problem.
my job a lot easier, actually. Let's get some tunes back up while we wait. Bound chicka, bound chicka. These guys, by the way, that we're listening to are on Team Liquid. This is Rowboat. What is this album called? Rowboat Villainy. It's weird, it's fresh, it's cool. So we're going to see an ace match here from Army and Navy.
I'm going to do a quick check on the MLG stream. Just
for fun.
Just for fun. I hope Idra's still fighting in that tournament. Would love to see him go to the finals.
So it looks like we're going to have a Masters Zerg. Chris go up against Amin, who is also, as we've seen, a very competent Diamond player.
It would be interesting to see what kind of opening both these players will be doing. I know both these players on when they played open Roach, so could be another Roach Hydra or Roach Infestor battle.
Yep, MLG Shattered Temple will be the map. Zerg vs. Zerg for the Swarm, says Amin, and I'm Korean. Brandon, you're not Korean.
No, I'm talking about his name.
Oh, okay.
So he's trying to make it. You know what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a friend actually with the last name An, and he just happens to be Korean. Who knew?
And thanks to you guys for being here with us. Countdown has begun for La Ace match. Getting ready to go, go, go. And this will be it. Getting ready. Amon versus Chris, the ace match here. Amon looking to pick it back up for Navy, who trailed 2-0 at the start of this matchup, spawning over here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we have Chris. Both these players have shown us some really good ZVZ today. So a lot of Roach and Fester play. And I would say it was interesting what we saw in the last game from Zesty. You know, he went ahead, he opened Roaches, but then he went and got that Spire, but didn't really capitalize on it. You know, spent the 900 gas, get all those Mutilisks, the 200 gas to get the Spire up, but then never really did anything with it beyond losing them all at a third location. So we'll have to see what happens in this match. You know, Amon played so strong. His macro game, tip-top, you know, re-expanding very quickly. And it looks like we do have the pools going down at similar times here for both players. What do you think we can see in this match, Brandon?
I'm hoping to see some Banelings. I love to see Baneling micro. Pretty exciting.
You're like that guy that likes TVT. Looks like extractor trick here for Chris. Gonna go ahead and allow him to get out an extra dude. Here we go. Pool coming out now. Don't see gas yet for Chris. Meanwhile, over here on Amon's side, similar story. Amon somehow coming out with a few more drones though than Chris.
Oh, looks like Chris is committing to a early bling attack, building 8, I believe.
And it looks like that will be spotted here by Amon, who...
Spine crawler going down.
Yep, ran right by his drone there. So, we'll see. Don't know how much damage these guys will be able to do before that spine finishes. It'll be close, though. He may be able to get in a few free hits. Here they come up the ramp right now. Moving on down, microing him. He is going to see this spine crawler. Oh, finishing right as soon as he gets there. That's rough. Good reaction from Amon. Feeling that's all he needed to do. Didn't overcommit. Chris now leaving these lings down here at the bottom of the ramp. Kind of looking for critical mass. Going to continue getting gas here. So what do you do with this situation? You know, you went committed for these early lings. You going to go maybe just wait for your Baneling nest to finish?
I would expand, but that's really risky in case lings come out and counter. But right now it looks like he's safe to expand, but I don't see it coming up anytime soon.
Yeah, just continuing. We'll see what happens. We're at 100 gas now. For Chris, is he going to go ahead and get speed started here? Looks like he does have an Evo chamber, so maybe going to go ahead and get that early +1. No indication yet of that. Meanwhile, over here we do have a Roach worn down, an extra spine coming up. These lings poking, checking, creeping. Looking over here at the economy tab. Things evening up here for both players. And it looks like Chris will retreat back to his base.
I would love to have him leave one ling on that watchtower just to be safe.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, these overlords place pretty well. Still has no idea what's going on. I actually don't think... Does Chris know? Yeah, Chris does know about that Roach Warren, so maybe, you know, getting ready. He has thrown down his expansion first. He is behind quite a bit in supply, though, for this stage of the game, I should say.
I think Aman is looking to do a Roachling push. Nope, going for the expand. should be fairly safe ahead, and looking at the drone count, just barely.
Yep. Pretty even game right now. Speedling's now finishing for Chris, who has been supply blocked here for a little while, looks like. +1 melee, about 50% done. So committing really hard. Lots of lings. Actually, +1 melee lings are pretty good. There he goes, sending one ling out across the map. Probably going to park it at that watchtower just for a moment. May go ahead and see what the defense looks like up here. And what he's going to find is these 5 roaches here. Out of position. Oh, yeah, not going to be able to get a scout off. Going to get taken down right there. Meanwhile, yeah, so he does see the expansion. Sees those roaches with his overlord spotting. Here
I'm
come
a little
these.
worried here.
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of zerglings.
Yep,
Needs to get back on the ramp.
he should be able to get this expansion down. Oh no!
Oh,
look at
got
that.
the surround.
That'll probably do it. That's not a good place to be. And with this, there's really not much stopping him from just going up into the main right now and causing a lot of trouble.
He might be able to get the 3 roach wall in time, and
Well, he does have a semi-surround here, it looks like. Yep. Oh no. Amen falling to this. With that, he could just back off and just try to continue to stay ahead. 4 more roaches down here. Economically, Amen, technically in the lead right now. But he's lost so much more going to the units lost tab.
it's quite the amount of resource difference between that units lost.
Yeah, a clean 1,000. Not giving up on making roaches here. Amen looks like he may be going for a bit of a push. Knows his window of opportunity here is kind of small, but even that, I think, amount of roaches is going to fall to the number of lings that exist right now. Chris,
And I think, yep, going for the surround in the middle of the map. This does not look too good for On-Man.
yeah, oh, very good. Trying to, find a corner to stop the complete surround. But that's going to do it right there. And, I bet Chris is probably going to realize that's probably all she wrote. Maybe running back might decide to just go for it here. Lair now on the way.
Baneling's coming up for On-Man.
Yep.
He might be able to catch him if he gets a good Baneling hit. If they just carelessly just run up the ramp.
Chris here sacking some overlords. So he did see the Banelings. Not good.
Supply block now. This is not very good.
Here come these lings making their way across the map. Chris, I don't know if he's trying to hide his lings or what. Don't really know what he's doing over here with these. Spine crawlers now coming up. Here come the lings. They are going to get this queen down. Chris, what are you doing, buddy? Not getting the cancel on those either. Oh, man, and a lot of these lings looks like they're going to be able to at least poke up into the main, followed by even more. Oops, sorry about that. So he is going to be able to clean that up, but things evening up a little bit here, even though Amen is forced onto one base.
7 Banelings being morphed right now. This could be the game changer right here. And Spire getting dropped by Chris.
Chris now up a little bit in supply. Going to go ahead and throw down some more defensive structures. Here comes some lings in, just poking, seeing what's up. Right now, Chris does see these banelings over here on the edge of his vision, so he needs to be very careful. Here comes one baneling. Ooh, very good. 1-to-1, not the trade that you want. Sending just one ling down here. Oh, man. Amen needs to be a little bit more careful with his micro here. and just going after these one at a time.
We have a little chat.
Can you
Talking
not?
about-
Can you not do that? Can you just leave those alone? All right. Meanwhile, it looks like we do have the expansion coming on down over here.
Looks like we're gonna have about 10 muta popping or being constructed right when the Spire gets dropped, if he gets some Overlords out. And it doesn't look like he has any Overlords in production until he's got 2 now.
So realizing at the last second, oh darn, I'm supply block. Going to go ahead and opt to get that +1. And that's will probably do it for Amin if Chris can get out a good number of mutas here in just a second.
But it looks like he's responding with 4 Spore Crawlers in his base.
Whoa.
A little overkill right there.
Yeah, maybe a bit of an overreaction considering that he's now 40 food back. So Chris actually doing a pretty good job here defensing his natural. Kind of surprising after what I'd seen initially. Oh, Amin very smartly going to go ahead and break down the back rocks here. Just open up another avenue for attack. Chris here very patiently keeping his lings at bay. Even more defensive structures coming down. And here's all these mutas. He has a few at his natural he hasn't grabbed yet.
There we go.
There we go, yep. 2 more in production, and yeah, the cat's out of the bag very quickly, although Amin does have the Spore Crawlers already down. So we'll see. Infestation Pit now coming out for Chris as well, who's able to just pretty much do what he wants. He's going to catch a few of these off guard, and that's going to be tough because that's going to supply block Amin, at least momentarily here. Now at 54 versus 92 supply Chris. And he'll be able... Ooh, looks like he's going to catch 2 of these Spore Crawlers. And, ooh, man, Amin just leaving. No GG.
Looks like Army taking the series.
Yeah, Army's going to go ahead and take this series. Very good. I'm going to try to get an interview real quick with the winner, the Zesty, here from Army. So I'm going to dial him up right now. You guys staying with us out there in TV land. This will be a nice treat. See if we can get him on the line here.
Hello.
Hello, is this Zesty?
Yep, that's me.
Zesty, the Camp and Carl here for the CSL. You guys just took it. How do you feel?
Pretty good. It was everything that could go wrong kind of did go wrong that matchup. So I mean, I'm kind of feel confident that we actually pulled it out.
So right now, you know, you guys came into this 2-0, feeling pretty confident, I assume, after your first 2 games. And then there was some weirdness that kind of happened in Game 3, getting the 2v2 set up. Can you kind of shed some light onto what was going on with the team business here in the 2v2?
Yeah. Just a sec. Could you guys turn that off? Sorry, my roommates are freaking insane. What happened was when I submitted the lineup, Awaken is our Zerg player and Shizukan is our Terran player. But I submitted it pretty late at night, and I switched their races. So I had Shizu playing Zerg and Awaken playing Terran.
Oh, okay.
So that was the big... And then the other problem was that Awaken, I mean, I don't know, I think he's dead, or I don't know exactly what, but we can't find him at all today, so...
Oh, no.
So, yeah, we had to scramble together and get someone together, and then Shizu had to play an off race, and it was a whole big mess.
Yeah. Let's talk about then game number 4, your game on Daybreak against Amin. Both you guys kind of going for a similar build. You both played very well in that match. I mean, any particular things that stood out for you?
Sorry, can you say that again?
I mean, how'd you feel about your Game 4 on GSL Daybreak against Amin?
I definitely think I could have played better. Those mutas got caught by the fungal, and kind of my plan was to try to force too many hydras, so I could switch to Roach and roll over him, but he went straight for investors, so that kind of backfired. And after that, I was kind of I felt like I was behind after that, and I just kind of forgot upgrades, and from that point, it just all kind of spiraled down.
But you guys you handled it okay. You guys took your ace match there. A lot of ZVZ stuff in this this set. So
we
go ahead.
Our entire pretty much our entire 1v1 team is Zerg players, so we tend to get a lot of ZVZs, which is kind of scary because they're kind of a coin flip matchup.
Very true, very true. Well, hey, I just wanted to congratulate you, and thanks for letting us live cast your match, supporting esports, supporting the CSL and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Do you have any closing comments or anything that you want to mention?
Not really. I just want to once again thanks for casting our game. I know Navy appreciates it, and we do too. I look forward to watching you earlier, and hopefully we make it to the finals.
Great. Well,
or
hey,
the playoffs.
The playoffs. There you go. I'm about to say, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa. All right, man.
That's a little high, lofty goal, but
no,
thanks for intervening.
No problem. And I'm sure that'll be. We look forward to seeing more of you guys as the season progresses. So, thanks a lot, Zesty, and good luck next week.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so that's going to do it for our broadcast today. This has been Navy versus Army. Army taking it in the ace match with Chris, their Zerg player, beating Amin. So, guys, thanks for watching the CSL. We got more great CSL action coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Iowa Grudge match casted by me and Matt East, Gensilator. He is a pro player. Plays on the Complexity Academy. So be sure to check that out, guys, and we will see you later. Oh, and Brandon can say goodbye, too. I totally forgot.
It's all right. It's all right. I might not be on for the Iowa State matchups. Just got stuff to do, but
Word.
I'll try to make it.